Hi, welcome to Archicad 23. If you've got this far, it means you've successfully installed Archicad on your computer or laptop, so well done. When you click New, you'll get to this box. You can just double click on that to open it up faster. When you come to this box of New Project, can you just get in the habit of clicking on the work environment and coming down to Standard Profile? The reason we do that is because when you're working on the computers at school, if anyone messes around with the toolbars, this will reset it back to normal. So if we could get into that habit, it means you've got a nice new toolbar every time. So we just go new, and it's going to open up a new floor plan. So we are looking at this from above without the roof on. Just cancel that out when that pop-up comes up. Okay, so we are looking at it from above. First of all, we want to turn on the grid. Because you design your sleep out on 1 by 1 meter grid, we want a matching grid so you're able to build your sleep out easily. So come up to view up the top here, come down to grid and editing plane options and across to grids and background. This will bring up this pop-up which has a 2 by 2 meter grid. So when I say 2 by 2 meters, 1,000 millimeters equals a meter. So we want to change that to 1,000 millimeters by 1,000 millimeters, which is a 1 meter grid. Okay. Now that that's been set, we actually want to see our grid. So come up to this little drop-down arrow and click on Construction Grid Display. Make sure this isn't highlighted blue. If it is, your mouse will snap to each of the corners. And now we're looking at a meter by meter grid. So every one of these little boxes is a meter by meter. You can zoom in and zoom out using the wheel on your mouse, or down here you can zoom using presets or using the box zoom. So we just click on that little box and draw an area that you want to zoom in on. So in this tutorial, all we're going to be doing is drawing some walls and having a bit of a practice at that. So here's the wall tool. If we double click on that icon, not the little arrow, just the icon, it will bring up these settings. A lot of the settings in Archicad are for architects, so all of this stuff down the bottom, all of this stuff up to the right, you won't use at this level. We're only going to be looking at a couple of things, that's measurement and materials. So at the moment your walls are linked to the roof, which is quite handy. So we want to have those linked to the roof. And if you want to change the height of your walls, you can click on that and go not linked and change the height there. But we're going to keep it linked to the roof for now. You can click on these three icons which will bring up materials for your walls. This is the outside material. You can choose whatever you like. There's quite a few options here. And this is the inside of your walls. You can change these at any stage and you can layer over different colors. You can split the walls and put different colors in. So don't be worried too much about what you select at this stage. Once you've done that, we go OK. There's different ways of drawing walls. So it's preset to draw box walls. So if I was to click my mouse and start dragging my mouse out, it will draw a simple rectangle shape. Up the top here is your different options for drawing walls. If you left click on each one of these, it will bring out different options, or G on your keyboard will change the options for circular walls and singular walls. So it's just popped up to a singular wall, so you can do interior walls if you like. It can change to joining walls, so if you were to do an L shape or some other type of shape, it will do that. Circular walls as well. So there's some different options there for walls. If you've made a mistake and want to delete a wall, that's pretty easy. Come up to the arrow tool. That's your selection tool. Click on your wall and press delete. If you're finding it hard to select something, it's probably because it's not finding the little black node. So these little black nodes is what it's looking for, like a magnet. So look for that little arrow And that means, and that little tick, and it means you've got it, or the little magnet. So that's the way we select something and delete it. Once you're happy with your walls, or you want to have a look at it in 3D, you can just click F3 and it will take you to the 3D navigation page. You can fly in this mode, so you can orbit, so it means you can spin around and have a look like this, but you can also fly in this mode, which is more for you gamers out there. So there we go, we have some keyboard shortcuts, walking forwards, backs, moving left and right, and you can explore using the keys and your mouse. So go 3D Explore and off it will go. I'm using a tablet today, so it's not working for me without a mouse. If you lose your house, which is quite common, you can just click on this little fit in window and there it will be. So have a little play with the walls today and in 3D fly mode, and that will be enough.